Hi, this is Thundi from Booredatwork.com and welcome to our full review of the Apple iPad 2. Now, I'm sure you've seen all our other videos with the unboxing, first impressions, and hardware tour, as well as some other key videos about the device like FaceTime. But we're going to go into what we think about the iPad 2 and let's jump right in. First thing you notice, the lock screen, unlock screen is the same as you have with the original iPad. So it's familiar, it's easy to use. You just basically slide and unlock. I'm actually in the camera app here, so I'm just going to jump out. And here, your main home page and landing page is similar to what you have with the iOS devices. So a lot of familiarity there for you to use the device. The scrolling speed is a little bit snappier from the original iPad and other iOS devices. Of course, this takes advantage of the dual-core processor within the device. So first thing, what's new with the iPad 2? The iPad 2 has a front-facing camera, you can see, because I'm holding it in portrait mode, which you can use through a couple of devices. First thing is the camera app, so let's go in and check that out. The camera app itself is similar to what you have on your iPhone 4. I'm going to actually switch this to the front-facing camera because it's down. So basically, the app allows you to switch camera locations, the front-facing camera, the VGA camera there, or the 720p camera at the back. You can also toggle between taking camera pictures, stills, and video by tapping the button in the lower right-hand corner. And of course, this is your snap or record button, as well as you jump into your photo gallery by hitting that button there. I switch to the camera behind. If you guys can see the table, I'm just going to grab a pen, slide that on the bottom there, so you can see. Camera is pretty cool, pretty nice. I have some stills and video for you guys to check out. So that's the camera app. There are settings you can actually go through in the app here. But another feature which is part of the camera is called Photo Boot, which basically gives you different picture setting styles. Where you can do X-ray pictures, you can stretch, you can twirl, you can do thermal camera, kaleidoscope, squeeze, all different sorts. So I'm using the front-facing camera. You can see that's the term thermal there. If I tap on that, you can see a bunch of other weird pictures I've taken below. I can either do that, or I can go back into this and take a picture. So I've taken a thermal view using the front-facing camera. And I can switch the camera, of course, and I can go back to the different settings they have here for Photo Boot. So Photo Boot's a new app that comes with the iPad 2 that does that. Of course, we have FaceTime, which of course you can check out our FaceTime video, but just quickly jumping into that. FaceTime settings, you can see it shows your contacts. You have a FaceTime, as well as how recently you called them, and you can actually tap that and call those contacts again. So it's pretty easy, pretty clear, very easy to use. Also, the cool thing about iPad 2 at least is that there are a lot of apps built for the tablet that take full advantage of it. So you have stuff like the Daily, which is your daily newspaper, which takes full advantage of the tablet size, which was released a couple of months ago, but like I say, it's loading the issue. But it does take advantage of what the device does well, as it being a 9.7-inch tablet. And you can see, you can scroll through into different articles. I can jump into that one and take a look. Shows you your temperature within the area. So like I said, it takes advantage of that. I'm not going to go into this much because there's no doing a review of that, but you can see the appeal of a tablet here. Even say Twitter. Actually, Twitter is also has an app which is maximized for it. So it takes full advantage of what you're trying to do with the tablet and as well. So there are a lot of things, there are a lot of avenues and aspects that work well with the iPad 2. Again, either with apps built for it, like your day-to-day apps or some of the gaming apps here, as well as iBooks. I was just looking at Art of War here, and basically takes advantage of what the screen real estate does, and does a lot of that too. Overall, the iPad 2 is a fun device. I know this review kind of sounds short, but it is because the iPad 2 is literally it's a certain degree an extension of the iPad 1. As for functionality, use, it does what it's supposed to do. It also does it well. Some of the drawbacks is the fact that there's not much in an upgrade from the first iPad other than the front-facing camera and the size of the device. So if you're one of those where you felt the iPad 1 was ideal in size and fine, and you don't video chat, then it's a different case entirely. But overall, like I said, it's a good solid device. It functions very well, and Apple's done a very good job in actually slimming it down and also adding a few features that give it more prominence into it. Like I said, some of the drawbacks is the fact that the camera is VGA in the front and not a megapixel camera, so you will notice that when you're video chatting. Also, there isn't much differentiation in the software side from the iPad 1 to iPad 2. I mean, the general OS, other than the inclusion of FaceTime and the camera with the photo booth. So those are some of the things that come into play. But as a device and what it does and what it is, it does it well. You can watch videos. The battery life is very good. They say 10 hours. I got about 8. So for me, that's fine. That's perfect. Battery life actually is pretty good on the device. It's good for watching movies, videos. Also, the camera, the rear camera actually is okay. It's decent. It takes good stills. Just depending on the light settings. So you might have to download an app to get a better still quality for your camera. But overall, the iPad 2 is a very nice device. One of the things I like the weight. It feels very good in the hands, not too heavy. I do like the fact that the designs changed a little bit more for better grip. I also like the fact that there are apps built for the tablet. So those are a bunch of things that I do like for the device. What I don't like for the device is the fact that the differentiation between iPad 1 and iPad 2 is minimal. Also, recording video, if you're holding it like this, basically you get bars and it takes this horizontal shot, so it doesn't actually come up pretty well. I can just give you a quick look at what I'm talking about here, the video which I shot over the weekend, and you can see this is how it turns up. So yeah, there's a few things that I didn't like about it, but like I said, overall, it's a solid device. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It's all Booredatwork, Booredatwork. So this is Thunder from Booredatwork saying thank you, and always enjoy to entertain.